Morning, everybody. It's been fairly eventful already. It's 5:37 in the morning. I've been out here for 20 minutes already. And it's like a mixed bag menagerie. Nice little smallmouth. Get him back in there. You can see the surface. It looks like a farm pond out here this morning. Oh, wow. You're going to want to see this. And this beautiful watch. Look at that. She's going to come up hot. So I'm throwing a little swim bait this morning, although that smallie just ripped it off. I'm back shallow. I'm on a small rock pile, and I'm just fan casting around it. I mean, it's very quiet out here. I've already had a perch, a big rock bass, missed a fish, and that smallmouth. And like I say, I've been here about 10 minutes. So I'm just. Well, I can even show it to you here. So there's the pile right there. All right. And so I'm just going to work my way around the outer edge of it. I'm just going to work my way around the edge of it and fan cast into the middle and see what lives here. Like I say, we got 3 species so far. So we'll see. So stay tuned. What a fun morning so far already. Look at that sun behind me. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. He says, "Get in my belly." Tell you, this is the first day it's felt like somewhat summer all year. Fire Craw, 2.8 inch Kitech. He shredded it. But in between those 2 smallmouth that I've just shown you has been a nonstop parade of big rock bass and some big perch, all on the swim bait. And I'm still sitting. I've made my way kind of around the backside of this piece of structure out here. It's just a little rock hump out in the middle of the bay. Nothing fancy, you know, and maybe sometimes we all get a little hung up on a particular species, or I'm only doing this, or I'm this kind of a fisherman. I've never, in all my years of guiding and fishing and doing this, I've never seen anybody unhappy while reeling in a fish. And I'm watching the drum kind of swim around me, and it's just a beautiful, quiet, still, feels like summer morning. You know, again, look at that sun behind me. Isn't that beautiful? Fishing is fun. Remember, they both start with F. So we'll see. I'm gonna work my way around this spot and see if I can't find a few more species. And we're back. Have not seen what I got on yet. Oh, 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 oh. That little 2.8 inch Kitech Firecraw has been money. I don't ever mind losing fish once I see them. I don't keep them anyway, so it's not like I'm like, but boy, I'd like to be able to see them before they go away. He throttled that. So I'm in 8 foot of water, but I'm casting up into 2 I'm in spot number 3 this morning. 1 we've already talked about. 2 you didn't see because there was nothing. 3, boom. So I only have a few minutes left here. And I'm just kind of working my way around the edge. Fan casting, covering water. If I hit 2 or 3 right in a row, I would stop and start, really picking it apart with a small hair jig of those craw baits I've been using. A Ned rig. A Ned rig is deadly. It doesn't matter what it is or what species it is. Bass, walleye. That acted like a walleye. It came right to the surface, but it didn't jump. It didn't, and then it started dogging me. There are huge drum all over the place. I'm watching them swimming around like crazy. So stick with me. Let's we got about 5 minutes here. I will say one thing, it sure is nice to be out here in the morning and not freezing your ass off. It was 66 air temperature when I came out this morning. I'm always fully geared up. I always have my rain gear with me. It is supposed to thunderstorm today. I don't exactly know when, but the air is heavy and still. My guess is that it's brewing somewhere to the south. I'm in 7 foot of water right now. Water temp is 64. That high, bright sun yesterday really warmed things up on the surface very quickly. Not like it's full water column that warm by any stretch of the imagination. Oh, I'd have liked to seen that fish. No matter what it was, I'd have liked to seen it. But yeah, it feels nice to be out here. I'm wearing shorts and one of my light hoodies. Love these hoodies, gotta tell you. Performance hoodies. We'll have them up on the Shopify store this weekend. We'll see what we got here. I'll tell you, there's a whole pile, every single rock pile, these old smallmouth bass beds. Yeah, that's what I thought. Is full of these big giant rock bass. Now, as a kid, my grandpa and my uncle, when we were up on the St. Lawrence River, if they were keeping fish for a fish fry, they threw the rock bass right in there, right with the perch and the smallmouth. And it was not uncommon for me to eat those rock bass. You fillet them out, they're a white, flaky fish just like anything else. But I say pre-spawn because they're fat and they're in here on these bass beds. Now that the bass are off them for the most part. And they're not shy. I don't know what rock bass think they are, but boy, they'll try to eat anything. Pretty much everything I've done this morning's been on a swim bait. I started with the swim bait. They've eaten it nonstop, so I have thrown a few other things. I threw a topwater briefly. Spot number 2, I threw 2 different colored jerk baits in shallow water. Now here on spot number 3, I'm back to the swim bait. It's an easy, fun way to fish. I throw it on a 7-foot JT Rods Panhandler Ultralight. I love this rod. It is my most favorite rod that I own. I've taken big walleyes on it, big smallmouth, and everything in between. It handles it all. That full bend on the ultralight really is incredible. I even caught a couple brown trout up in Lake Ontario with it casting. They really maxed it out. Those things, it's one thing to catch them trolling. You got the boat and you got heavier gear and whatnot, but you catch those browns up on Lake Ontario casting when you can find them, man, they are absolute. They hit like a freight train. They fight. Ooh, almost set the hook right there. Another rock bass probably down there dinking with it. Had some big perch on spot number 1 and a bunch of them. I probably could have sat right there and did a number on them if I was keeping perch today. No question. Had a bunch of them over 10 inches that were eating these swim baits. All right, let's do last cast, everybody. Time to get moving. Oh, that was bottom. False alarm. Everybody relax. I'll do one more just because I got interrupted. But you heard my, that brings up a good point though. You heard my drag come out. I told you I'm fishing an ultralight rod. I'm fishing light lures. I'm fishing 8-pound braid and 6-pound fluorocarbon leader. Ooh, 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 ooh. So I've got to make sure that that drag is loose, looser than I would normally fish it. So a big hit, a big surge of a fish, and he's got a little room to pull and not be worried about breaking that line. I could easily fish 4-pound on this, no problem whatsoever. And sometimes I do. If the water's super clear, a lot of gunk out here on the water, on the surface today. All right, that'll do it for today. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day. If you like what I do, hit the subscribe button. We're closing in on 5,000 rapidly. That's our goal right here as a group. Let's get to 5,000, then we'll go from there. Keep your tip up.